What's up, everybody? It's the Roundtable Sports Podcast. Today, we're taking a look back at every touchdown that Josh Allen scored for the Buffalo Bills in the 2020 season. And we've always known that Josh has immense physical tools, and that if he could put those tools together, that he could really be a special quarterback in the NFL. He is a huge human being who is tough to bring down in the pocket, even when you get hands on him. Then, for a man that size, he is quite nimble. He's agile in the pocket, not and out of the pocket, and is able to move around in the pocket to create more time, as well as throw on the run. There were plenty of plays that I wanted to include where he rolls out to the right just like that and then hits his guy right on the money, whether it's in that part of the field or on the sideline as well. Being able to create more time in the pocket to make big plays happen is a huge deal for your quarterback. And when you have a laser rocket arm equipped, you can also make teams pay in the best of ways by being able to stretch the field. And Josh does that whether he's on the run or not, being able to, hit parts of the field that other quarterbacks just simply aren't able to, or making plays whether he's set, with his feet or he's falling away. He does all of those things to further the Bills' cause down the field. If you've been watching the Bills for any amount of time, you've seen flashes of this physical talent from game to game throughout the first 2 years, but this year really put everything together. You have to think the accuracy comes from hard work. Obviously, he's put an immense amount of time into his throwing motion and into hitting his receivers on the money. I also think it's a certain amount of confidence that comes with the addition of a receiver like Stephon Diggs. You'll see him all over these highlights, and I think a lot of teams have to be envious of the way that the Bills have put weapons around Josh Allen. Certainly, I was hopeful that they would add a running back in the draft that would take some of the pressure off Josh as far as the running game goes, and I know that the Bills Mafia also believes that they want to have a running back in a better running game situation, but Josh has done everything he possibly can, including running the ball strong up the middle and with power when he needs to for the team. It hasn't hurt my feelings at all that he doesn't lower his head and try to run people over quite as much in the running game, although he still will if he needs to, but it hasn't hurt my feelings at all because I want him healthy. This team does and will for the foreseeable future revolve around Josh and his laser rocket arm. And it was an exciting situation to see him progress this year and grow into something that I think we all thought he could be. It was just a question of would he put it together and would he make decisions on a level that some of these elite quarterbacks can make decisions. And all the way throughout the year, it seemed like he was able to discern what the defense was giving him and take advantage of it. It was unfortunate the way that the season ended, absolutely, but I think anybody, at the start of this season, if you would have told them what Josh Allen was about to do, regardless of the results, they would have taken those results, no doubt, because it means that your future is set up, until he can't do it anymore, which, Tom Brady has reset the expectation of when that can be. So it's certainly an exciting time to be a Bills fan after a long suffering period there for a while, and I like the direction of the franchise. I like the coaching staff, and I seem to like the football decisions that the Brain Trust is making. It'll be interesting to see how the Bills progress as an offense. The Baltimore Ravens didn't really progress a lot after their breakout last year, and he really hurt their offense overall, so I'm hopeful that the Bills are able to progress in the offseason this year and give teams different looks. It was kind of a thing where they couldn't really counterpunch against Kansas City, and that's one of the reasons I was looking at the first round running back. But I'm absolutely okay with them trying to address the pass rush as well and taking another shot at just featuring Josh in a different way. I think he's talented enough to be able to sustain that, and I'm excited to see what he can do in this year without, those moments where you notice he used to freak out, and there would be those times where you could tell he was frantic and he was looking for what to do with the football. I hardly saw that at all, if any times, in this last season. So it's a big time progression for Josh just to have that confidence and to be as smooth as he was in this year. You have to be excited about the Bills' potential to continue to progress along with that. I was also really excited to see Daboll stick around for another year. He was under consideration for some of the coaching jobs, and maybe he was the first choice for some of them. Maybe he wasn't, but he seems to be happy and seems to be getting paid with the Buffalo Bills as well. So to have Josh have another year in this system can't hurt anything and should make them even more dangerous to keep making these types of plays, because as you can see, Josh is making every play. He's hitting this part of the field, which is key. You have to have a big arm to be able to throw those type of outs and to be able to whiz it past the defense so they don't have a chance to get their hands up and deflect it or intercept it. The scary proposition for the rest of the league is that this could continue to get better as well. I mean, it wasn't a complete season or perfect by any means, and if they can continue to progress as an offense and Josh can continue to make wow plays like that, I don't think there's any limit to what the Buffalo Bills can do. And it's exciting for the Bills Mafia that they're, when you have a quarterback like this, you're going to be in contention from year to year. It's just a question of what kind of team can the brain trust put around him. And I like the decisions they've been making. I like the addition of Emmanuel Sanders. I love the way that Gabriel Davis progressed in this season. You still have Stephon Diggs. He's going to crush it for you. Then you've got Cole Beasley running all the underneath stuff. I think that Bills fans rightfully think that this team is close, and you just got to hope that they catch Kansas City on a better day and they are able to win it next time.